Once upon a time, in the quiet village of Umora, nestled between thick forests and a winding river, there lived a secret no one dared to imagine. For many years, a strange pattern haunted the villages. Every family's firstborn son would fall mysteriously ill shortly after birth. The women wept in silence. The men grew hardened, yet helpless. No one knew the cause, and no solution ever worked. But deep in the forest, beyond the ancient Iroko tree that no one dares to approach after sunset, lived a wicked witch named Neka. By day she appeared as a frail old woman who occasionally came into the village to beg for food. Her back was bent and her voice weak, and her eyes clouded as though she could barely see. The villagers pitied her, offering her scraps without suspicions. But by night she transformed. Her back straightened, her eyes burned like fire, her voice sharp and chilling. In the darkness she would chant ancient spells, calling upon dark forces. Guided by her magic, she would slip unseen into the homes where a firstborn son has just been born. No door could stop her, no mother could hear her, and one by one she took them. Their tiny cries never reached human ears. For years the villagers lived under this shadow, unaware that the danger was not a curse, but a predator living among them. Until one day, everything began to change. A man named Obina returned to Umora after so many years away. He had left as a young man, but now he came back different. Calm, wise, carrying a quiet authority. People said he has become a servant of God, a man of deep faith and power. At first, he observed. He noticed the sorrow in the village, the absence of young boys, the fear hidden in every household. When he asked questions, the elders told him about the cause. Obina listened carefully, but in his spirit he knew something was wrong. "This is no cause," he said one evening. "This is evil at work." The villagers were afraid of his words, but also drawn to them. For the first time in years, someone spoke with certainty. Obina began to pray. Every night, he would walk through the village, praying over homes, especially those with newborns. He fasted for days, seeking divine revelation. Then one night in a dream, the truth was revealed to him. The witch in the forest had disguised and her evil deeds. The next morning, he gathered all the villagers. "The one you pity," he said firmly, "is the one destroying you." Shock spread through the crowd. Could it be true? That very night, Obina prepared. He anointed himself, prayed deeply, and waited. As darkness fell, he hid near the home of a woman who had just given birth to a baby boy. At midnight, a cold wind swept through the air. Then she appeared, not as a frail old woman, but in her true form, tall, terrifying with glowing eyes and a wicked grin. She moved silently towards the house. But before she could enter, "Stop!" Obina stepped forward. The witch shrieked, her voice echoing like thunder. "You dare stand in my way?" "I stand in the authority of God," he replied boldly. She attacked. summoning dark shadows and fierce winds. But Obinna did not move. He prayed loudly, calling to the divine power. Light seemed to break through the darkness as his voice rose. The witch screamed in pain as the power overwhelmed her. "No, the village belongs to me," she cried. "Not anymore," Obinna declared. With one final prayer, the darkness shattered. The witch let out a piercing scream and vanished into nothingness. Silence fell. The wind stopped. For the first time in many years, the night felt peaceful. The villagers, who had been watching from a distance, slowly came forward. Tears filled their eyes, not of sorrow this time, but of relief. The curse was broken. From that day on, no child went missing. Firstborn sons grew strong and healthy. Laughter returned to Mora. Joy replaced fear. And Obinna, he became a symbol of hope, a reminder that no darkness, no matter how hidden, can stand against the light when truth is revealed. And as for the forest, no one ever saw the witch again.